The United States was taken aback by the tragic passing of 25-year-old Shanqella Robinson on October 29 when she was on vacation with 6 other people in Mexico. Robinson, who had previously attended Winston-Salem State University, a historically black college or university HBCU in North Carolina, had only been in the Mexican city of San Jose del Cabo for 1 day before she passed away. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at a new video confirming that Shanqella Robinson's death was planned. Yeah, you heard it right. The individuals with whom she traveled to Mexico and whose identities have not been made public have asserted that she passed away as a result of alcohol poisoning. However, at the beginning of November, videos of her being beaten while she was naked began to circulate on the internet. It sounds as though someone is saying, "Hello, can you at least fight back?" from somewhere in the background. According to the findings of an autopsy that was made public on November 10, the cause of death was severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxury, which is another way of saying that she had a fractured neck and a shattered spine. People of African descent who utilized social media platforms voiced their outrage and demanded justice, which brought additional attention to her premature death. According to CNN, the Federal Bureau of Investigation and prosecutors in Mexico are looking into circumstances surrounding her murder and have issued an arrest warrant for femicide, which is another term for gender-based homicide. Ivana Malovanovi, a judge in Serbia, emphasized to UN Women that femicide distinguishes from other forms of murder, since it is the gender-related killing of a woman solely because she's a woman. Femicide is defined as the murdering of a woman because she's a woman. This suggests that the underlying causes of femicide are distinct from those other types of murder and are related to the general position of women in society, discrimination against women gender roles, and the unequal distribution of power between men and women, habitual gender stereotypes, prejudices, and violence against women. The United States is one of the countries that does not differentiate between femicide and other forms of homicide, as is the case with the vast majority of other nations. Activists all around the world, particularly those in countries in Latin America and Canada, are lobbying their respective governments to classify femicide as a separate criminal offense from homicide in an effort to reduce the incidence of gender-based violence. According to the website of the Vision of Humanity organization, a female homicide in Mexico can be considered femicide when there is evidence of sexual violence prior to the victim's death, a sentimental, effective or trusting relationship with the perpetrator, and the victim's body being displayed in public. This is true when there is evidence of sexual violence prior to the victim's death, a sentimental, effective or trusting relationship with the perpetrator. In most occurrences of femicide are committed by partners or ex-partners and entail continuing abuse in the household, threats or intimidation. Sexual assault are conditions where women have less power or fewer resources than their partner, states the World Health Organization. It is not quite clear what motivated the Attorney General's office in Baja California, SUR, to investigate Robinson's death as a possible case of femicide. Attorney General Daniel de la Rosa Anaya of the state of Baja California, SUR, stated that the altercation wasn't a disagreement, but rather a frontal aggression. It's about 2 Americans, the victim and the criminal. He added, "It happened in the United States." According to the Daily Beast, the investigation into Robinson's death will be classified as a homicide if it is determined that her death does not meet the criteria for being considered a femicide. More than $396,000 in donations have been made to support Robinson and her family, and there have been 31,479 people who have signed a petition in their favor. Robinson owns a hair braiding business called Exquisite Babies. Following the discovery of Robinson's body in the living room of the vacation rental property where she and her friends were saying those friends went back to their homes, the father expresses confusion to the Times about the decision to let his daughter and her family leave Mexico. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts.